I've seen a mosquito farm before. This man has a mosquito farm in Nigeria, and he believes that the enzymes from mosquito may have something to do with the cure for HIV/AIDS.
Hi, my name is Dr. Manyi. I have a mosquito farm in Nigeria, and I believe that the enzymes in the mosquitoes will have something in the cure of HIV/AIDS.
Everybody is trying to get rid of mosquitoes. Why are you saving them?
Yes, we are rearing these mosquitoes for different purposes. One major one is that we all know that mosquitoes are known to transmit so many diseases, a vector of so many diseases, including malaria, but it does not transmit HIV virus. Now, this lab is interested in finding out that which makes the mosquito not viable tools for HIV transmission, even though they are known to suck blood and then mix up the biting, even in the same room when you have 1 or 2 persons there, but it does not transmit the HIV virus. Now, we want to know the enzymes in the mosquito, or the saliva, or the digestion process from the stomach wall through the thorax to the salivary gland before it bites. What happens during this journey that makes the virus to die so that it cannot be transmitted to the next person?
So you believe that an experiment like this might lead to finding out the cure for HIV/AIDS?
Yes, that is the potential aim of this. We have started at the preliminary level. We are gradually moving on to extract the enzymes from the mosquitoes, undergo certain tests on it to see. So that at the end of the day, if it is found out that there's anything in the mosquitoes that is responsible for killing the virus, we may explore that avenue to produce a vaccine from there, so that it can be used for the cure of HIV.
All right, that's very brilliant. I must commend you. What other experiment is going on here?
Yes, another experiment we're doing here is we are trying to see that mosquitoes have become resistant to different insecticides that have been in use. So now we are trying to test, doing an experiment to see which chemicals that may have more killing effect, that they are more potent in killing the mosquito as compared to others, so that at the end of the day we can recommend for mosquito net manufacturing. We call it resistant testing. And another thing is that we use these mosquitoes for lectures and practicals. We do dissection of the mosquitoes to see whether those mosquitoes have undergone mating with the females. Are they carrying spermatozoa? Have they beaten somebody before? Have they laid eggs before? And if they have laid eggs before, how many batches of eggs? So that all these things will help us in knowing the lifespan of the mosquito and how dangerous it is in disease transmission.
All right, very impressive. What stage is this right now? How far have you gone with this experiment?
Yes, so far we have been able to rear the mosquitoes to adult stages at several instances, and we're in the process of extracting the enzyme extraction, so that from there we will to go deeper and find out that which is making the virus not to survive. Even though on the primary...
What is making the HIV virus not to survive in...
Yes, what is making the HIV virus not to survive in the mosquitoes, even though it bites a HIV patient with the virus, but then along the way it dies off. Primarily, we know in primary science that the mosquito don't have the receptor site, which are the T cells that human beings have, where the virus is expected to bind and then continue its own life cycle. Mosquitoes don't have that, but at least other enzymatic activities take place in order to quicken this process of killing the virus. We're interested in trying to get to the root of this.
Okay, this is very impressive. Is what he's trying to, okay, the stage that he is right now is the stage where they are trying to extract the enzymes from the mosquito. So I would like to know if this experiment is lacking effort and support.
Yes, exactly. Like the other aspect of resistant testing, the PMI, that is President Malaria Initiative, and the United States Agency for International Development is funding it. But this other aspect of enzymatic test and then HIV stuff, we don't have any sponsor for now. That is my own initiative in this lab. So we need a lot of things that we have not been able to get. It's my personal effort. This is situated in the Joseph Sawan Taka, University of Agriculture, Makudi. The Vice Chancellor has graciously given us this space and other facilities, but we still lack so many things.
Okay. Like what and have do you what do you have currently? What are you using to work?
Right now we have buffers, enzyme buffers. We have standard microscopes. We have rearing cages, lava cages, adult cages, and other chemicals that we need for the test. But from the enzymatic work, we need a PCR machine and the buffers that will enable us to carry out the molecular aspect of it, so that it can really give us what we are looking for.
How much do you think this will cost, this experiment?
On the rough scale, if you have about 15 to 20 million, we'll be able to carry out this successfully. But we have started on the preliminary scale, hoping that we may get grant or support from other agencies.
All right. I think the federal government will be interested. Okay, the federal government or the state government will be interested in a project like this.
Yes, of course. Right now, we have communicated with the State Ministry of Health. They are aware of this research. We give them updates from time to time. But the funny aspect is that when it gets to money, they will tell you that they don't have money. They were supposed to give us a vehicle so that we'll go around the state collecting these mosquitoes. But each time you go there, they tell you they have only one vehicle or what. So we don't have a vehicle to move around. The federal government will be interested, however, but our current government don't support research. That is why even currently universities are on strike and they don't bother. You wouldn't have met me here. It's just that this is my personal research and nobody is stopping me from coming. If not, you will not be allowed to even enter the gate. But this is a research that the universities are aware, so they cannot stop me. That is why I'm here.
All right. Do you think this laboratory is standard enough for this kind of experiment?
Yes, the lab is standard enough if the facility we need are all available. The environment is okay.
Although the facilities are not available.
Yes, the facilities are not available, but the lab space is very okay and conducive for the work.
Okay, I'd like you to take us around to see what you have. What is this, sir?
Yes, this is adult cage. You can see adult mosquitoes inside this cage. We rear them from the larva cage. When they become adults, we aspirate them. That is, we remove them carefully using aspirator into the adult cage, and then we feed them for 2-3 days, maximum of 5 days, and then we now undergo the resistant testing on them.
What do you feed them?
Yes, we use sugar solution. Mosquitoes normally like blood, but in the absence of blood, they feed on sugary secretions. So we soak cotton wool inside sugar solution and then drop it here. They feed on them.
So why is this crushed? I noticed some of the walls are crushed.
Yes. You know that the walls inside are very smooth. So if you don't roughen it like this, the mosquito will not be able to rest. You can see them resting on the walls. So the wall has been made rough so that they can settle conveniently without falling off. Yes.
Alright, so what do you have over there?
Yes, this is a larva cage. You can see some larvae. We collect them from natural environments with the water. And then you see some of them have already emerged. The adults have emerged. Once they emerge, they will not want to stay inside water again. Look at them. So we'll soon be evacuating them to the adult cages. See the larvae inside there. So we'll call this one larva cage.
Okay, the larvas are the ones inside in the water, while the adults are the ones flying out.
So we'll soon evacuate them to the adult cage, because with time they will get tired and then fall off into the water, and that is their end. So these larvae, as you see them, some are looking very smallish, some are bigger, because they have stages. The first larva stage, second, third, and even fourth. Then you have the pupae. From there they now become adults, and it depends on the temperature. The higher the temperature, the faster the rate of their growth and development. Now these are other adult cages that we have. These are standard adult cages, WHO standard. This one I showed you was locally made, but this one you can see that the net here is rough. This wall that we're trying to emulate, this one is rough so that they can rest very well. We also have standard microscopes, dissecting microscopes. You can dissect mosquitoes there, snap whatever you are doing. This microscope we are supplied to this lab by the USAID through Vector Links project in Nigeria.
Okay, sir, is there anything about mosquitoes that you like to tell our viewers? Because a lot of them are finding ways to eradicate mosquitoes from their home. Do you think that mosquitoes are a good thing? Do you think they are like resources to this world, to the universe?
Yes, mosquitoes have economic importance. People don't like them because they bite. The bite is painful. They also transmit diseases and what have you. So people don't like them. But in the research world, mosquitoes are very, very important. We need them for conducting experiments like this, and then we'll get breakthroughs so that even such disease can better be treated. The cure can be found out. If you just kill them, you are destroying the ecosystem. There are some mysteries about mosquitoes that people don't like them or whatever. You will see that their mouth part is very tender, very small, but they are able to pierce through the skin, pierce the blood vessel, and they suck blood. And you will find out that these mosquitoes have a pattern or different patterns of behavior, biting behavior, breeding behavior, and what have you. It is known that a female mosquito undergo only one mating in her lifetime. After emerging as adult, they meet in swarms, and once one male meets it, it deposits the spermatozoa there permanently, so they don't find any mating partner throughout their lifetime. And it has an average lifespan of 3 weeks, that is 21 days, plus or minus, depending on the temperature or the environmental conditions. So we believe that these mosquitoes are important in the environment.
Okay, I can see tags here. What are these tags for?
Yes. These tags are names of local governments where we are conducting this research. Currently, we are into 6 local governments within Benue State. And it's the names of those local governments that you can see on the cage so that we don't mistake mosquitoes from another local government to another one. So it's a kind of identification tags.
So is there anything stopping you from going on with this research? Is there anything slowing you down apart from the fact that you need equipment?
Yes, other factors are environmental, like rain. When the amount of rainfall is so heavy, the larvae are washed off from their breeding site. So even when you go out, you don't get. Sometimes we travel as far as this local government where they are. At the end of the day, rain will fall and we don't get anything and start coming back. So environmental factors. Then we don't have a vehicle, and sometimes when you get back to the lab, the issue of light is another thing. Electricity is another thing. So we need a temporary or a generator that will be attached to this lab permanently, so that we don't have any problem of electricity. Those are other challenges that we have.
One